Ladies and gentlemen, the Apache and F16 Royal Netherlands Air Force display. Enjoy! To present to you the combined Apache and F16 display. The pilots are Lucas Lenny CZ Admic in the F16, in the Apache, Windel Wijn Albertsma.
The two aircrafts are already taken off and they are coming from your right for the very first part of this wonderful show.
Indeed, QA, the Apache is flying at top speed while the F-16 flies at a very slow, almost stalling speed to stay in this very rare formation site until the combination reaches show center.
We were talking about high alpha pass. I think this is kind of tricky for the F-16 pilot.
I think he has to mute the landing gear warning horn actually, because else he wouldn't be able to do anything. Obviously the great design of the F-16 and the digital fly-by-wire control system aiding him in keeping the plane rock solid information with an Apache.
But the F-16 is quite comfortable to fly with DCS as it is in real life. It's a plane which is really, it offers a good response to the pilots at every moment of the flight.
Of course, how could you possibly talk about this demonstration without mentioning the livery of the aircraft? The F-16 flying in this very unique paint, one of my favorites actually. Of course, it's the orange lion livery.
It rings a bell to each people who truly love the F-16 demonstration, one of the most famous paints of this plane.
Absolutely, and you can see the F-16 there applying air brakes to keep the engine RPMs high enough to control the plane in this very edge of the envelope position.
The smoke is on and they are coming just in front of us. You can see the F-16 is literally sat on his engine. Just praying for it not to shut down, but it's reliable. It won't do that.
The F-16's engine is one of the most reliable and well-known power plants in the industry.
That might be the reason why the F-16 is the most produced jet aircraft in the world.
It is, and it's the most exported combat jet as well.
There we go for the split with the flares, and look at that, it's an helicopter, yet it's able to perform a loop. What a world!
Indeed, the Royal Netherlands Air Force became the first military service worldwide to form a dedicated airshow demonstration team using the American Apache attack helicopter.
The Apache demo team is provided by the 301 Redskin Apache Squadron of the Defense Helicopter Command based in Dilce region. The Apache demo team uses a standard Royal National Air Force AH-64D Apache with cosine Hawk 1. Remember last year? Last year we were announcing this as a module on Digital Combat Simulator, and this year it's flying for a wonderful display. Life is good.
Life is really good because this display performed by the Apache demo team includes loops and rolls amongst other aerobatic maneuvers and tactical maneuvers as well. Of course, it's mixed with the use of flares, of which the Apache has plenty. It's an attack helicopter after all.
Yes, that's a flying tank, how we could call it, able to perform many missions in the frame of close air support to assist people on the ground, people fighting. When you are a soldier and you hear about an Apache, if you are on the good side, of course, it's like the sound of freedom, you know, the day is going to be good.
Now, of course, you'll have noticed that the Hellfire racks and rocket pods have been removed to save weight, but the helicopter is equipped with the Apache pods, which are self-defense pods, and its flares are used during the display to put more emphasis on some maneuvers to your delight, as I'm sure you've noticed.
Definitely one of the most iconic attack helicopter we could find in the world, and there is a roll in an helicopter. Imagine the pressure you could have on the rotor right now. It's absolutely outstanding.
Indeed, this does prove the Apache solid space very different from other attack helicopter demonstrations, and of course, once again mentioning the awesome paint job on the aircraft. It's consistent of easily removable prints, and since 2011 the design has been based on the outcome, believe it or not, of a contest.
I would like to know the configuration this virtual fighter has in order to do this demonstration. There comes another loop with the flare, and at the top of the loop you can see that the nose of the handicraft is literally falling.
Indeed, loops in helicopters is something very tricky and very special for
Only few of them can do that. I think there is the Apache, the Tiger, and the Volkov B105 with Rhino built for Red Bull.
Indeed. Of course, none of these maneuvers would be possible without the main power plant of the aircraft, a General Electric power plant producing more than 1,800 horsepower.
One aircraft can hide another, as the F16 has came back on the stage to perform his solo right now.
Now, although it may look spectacular, the Royal Netherlands Air Force F16 demo team's display contains maneuvers that occur during normal operational missions. What makes the show special is that all of these maneuvers are smoothly choreographed together and are performed at a very low altitude. The demo pilot's body is exposed to enormous positive and negative G-forces during the performance.
The paint job was limited to the Dutch red, white, blue flag color details in the early years of the display, but later, the airframes were fitted with special demo paint schemes.
Of course, the airplane you're seeing right now, tail number J015, is fitted with a special demo paint scheme called Orange Lion, as previously mentioned. This F16 is also fitted with two smoke winders during the display. The smoke winder is essentially a modified Sidewinder heat-seeking missile made to shoot smoke out of the back instead of propellant. Now, teamwork and one team, one pass are the mottos with which the F16 demo team represents the Royal Netherlands Air Force since 1979. The team consists of professional members which are provided by the operational fighter squadrons of the Volkel and Leeuwarden air bases.
We were talking before about the Mirage 2000, which is the absolute fighter against this one. They were developed in the same years. They have kind of the same specs. This jet fighter is able to go the speed up to Mach 2.2, exactly as the Mirage 2000. They are also quite the same size, even if they have a very, very different shape.
Indeed, two, although looking very different in different flying characteristics, they are two agile, little nimble fighters.
And the number of versions of the F16 is just outrageous. So many versions, these dozens of versions of this plane for so.
Now, demonstrating here just how hard the F-16 can turn, it really is an impressive fighter. Now, the primary goal of the display pilot is to give an accurate representation of the F-16's outstanding maneuverability and of the skill set that every Royal Netherlands Air Force F-16 pilot must master. Sure, ladies and gentlemen, you can agree the bar is set quite high.
This is what it takes to win in a dogfight.
We hope, and the pilots sure hope, you've enjoyed today's performance.
Yes, it was quite nice. This demonstration is also a classic.
It really is. They've been performing for, let me check so I don't say anything. Yeah, more than 7 years. Of course, Wine, which we salute once again, was flying the Apache, and Lenny was flying the F16. Great display and definitely something unique that adds something to the VIAF as a whole.
He's part of people who have done that for so many years. Please cheer them up into the chat because they will land now. They have landed, so they will be able to read all your comments and they will be grateful to see that.